This is a summary of Carl Jung's The Undiscovered Self. Chapter 2 is titled Religion as the Counterbalance to Mass-mindedness. If governments want total control over the facts of experience and change values, they must get rid of opposing views, namely religion. Religions give moral views beyond that of the state, which in turn empowers the individual to make their own sovereign choices, to adopt certain ethics or principles, or practices. If there is nothing but the empirical statistical reality, then there are no individuals, since all are just a function of the state, and are noted by statistics. Jung makes the distinction between religion and creed, where creed is a result of a compromise between state and the faith, since individuals announce their beliefs to the world through creeds, while religion, on the other hand, is a personal relationship with the divine. This is of course quite different from today's nomenclature, where religion and creed are ideas that are lumped together. Jung was using creed in regard to institutionalized religion. Personal responsibility derives from the individual to uphold ethics and morals in accordance with their God. It is because of the relationship with the transcendent reality that lay the very foundations for freedom and autonomy. Simply, people have different experiences and connect differently to God. The collectivist dislikes religion, since they insist on the sole superiority and authority of the state. Despite recognizing moral and real claims of the state over individuals, believers in a religion, however, insist that the individual and the state are subject to God's authority. Intellectual insight in the realm of morality lacks the religious drive to enforce and enact ethics. The collectivist despises religion, turning the state into a religion of itself, one where state slavery of the collective are used to override that of the individual. The leader becomes adored and worshipped, determining what is good and evil, and he or she is seen as sacrosanct. They become the only one truth, and mass rules makes them a social unit. Without religion, the state replaces it and becomes God. Rituals and spiritual practices and magic are seen by rationalists as superstition. But to the psychologists, they provide psychological safety. The entrée et the sortie, or entry and exit. So effective are the practices that they are emulated by the state in the form of military parades, symbols, flags, bands, and banners. For safety and security, individuals would cling further to the state. The goals of religion can be easily appropriated to the goal of the state, since the state offers distribution of material goods, prosperity, security. In essence, the absence of religion forces people to deify the state and the leader. Hence lie the line, naturam expellis furca tamen usque recurret. You can throw nature out with a pitchfork, but she'll always come back. Humans are spiritual creatures, and they would ultimately worship what they consider as the highest ideal, whether that be God or the state. Without the metaphysical foundations for morality, the individual has no grounds through which they can practice their ethical responsibility. Thus, there is nothing but the following of the state and the collective. Thanks for watching.